Hi church family, it's Pastor Gabriel. I want to spend just a moment here with you talking about our plans for spring discipleship here in 2021. Normally at this point we're getting ready to kick off probably in the next week or so in January. We've delayed the start this year and I think it allows us to do something very, very cool. I'm excited. We're going to do a 40-day church-wide study in the Gospel of Mark using Pastor Cook's most recent book, 40 Days in Mark. And so we get to start on February 24th, and that study will culminate on Easter Sunday as we read about the resurrection, and we come into church and we worship the risen King and remind ourselves of the power of the resurrection in our lives, in our future hope, and then we're on mission to tell others about this as well. So 40 Days in Mark, that's when we'll start February 24th. How can you participate? Well, here's the ask. This is what we hope you will do with us. Is one, read through the Gospel of Mark. If nothing else, we need to be in the Bible, right? So read through the Gospel of Mark, and we're going to follow the daily reading plan that Pastor Cook's book does. So each day there's a portion of the Gospel we'll read together. We'll also read it with Pastor Cook's book. And so there are 40 chapters, 40 days in Mark. So each day we'll read the portion of the book. The chapters are small, but they are powerful. Pastor tells us about the bigger picture in that portion of the gospel. He helps us dig deeper into the text, and then he talks about how we can live it out. So that's every day we're going to read that. So read the gospel, read Pastor Cook's book. We also think there's great benefit into reading in community, to read with one another. We're not going to be on campus right now for this book, but what we have decided to do is to create a page on our website, naobc.org/40 days, and there we can read together in community. And what we'll do is we'll have daily a handful of questions each day that will help, maybe prompt some thinking in us. We can either reflect on, or we can even answer, and we can talk about together with others on that website. And it also maybe will help us to dig deeper into our hearts and mind what God is wanting to do in us together. So 40 days, it's naobc.org/40 days. So you get on there, we'll talk with one another, we'll encourage one another. You can share with what God is doing in you. And maybe for some of you, you feel comfortable and you're able to gather together in a safe way with a couple other people, and you want to read together, maybe at a coffee shop, maybe in somebody's home, but you can do it where you're safe. We encourage you to do that as well. So we're going to start this together church-wide, February 24th, 40 days in Mark. So go ahead and grab your copy wherever you buy books. And if you need help finding a copy, let me know, let somebody on staff know, and we'll hunt one down for you. 40 days in Mark. Can't wait to start that February 24th and come together on Easter to celebrate. After Easter, we'll be launching our discipleship groups back on campus here in the later part of the spring, going through this book by Dane Ortlund called Gentle and Lowly. This book for me has been a cold drink of water in a parched, hot, dry, barren desert. It's been so good for my soul, reminding me of the love that our compassionate, kind God has for us. And it's so good. Pastor Craig has said this is one of the top 5 books he's ever read. So we know that this book will be a blessing to you, coming right out of Mark, going into Gentle and Lowly. We'll have registration for the discipleship groups in the weeks ahead. We'll make sure you hear about that. But just want to put it on your radar. That's what we're doing. And that'll probably be an 8-week study that will take us through the end of the spring, heading into the summer. And we'll be back on campus that first week of April. Well, blessings to you as you seek to walk with the Lord. And please join us in prayer as we consider a church-wide study, and we engage in this church-wide study of 40 Days in Mark and Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortlund.